Hi, welcome to the Johnny Random Show. We just did a reaction to the Batman movie, which I have seen and I didn't realize I had seen, so that was super embarrassing. So now we're going to react to a deleted scene from the Batman movie, and you will hear it in the background, and we'll try to grab it and put it in there for you guys. And we're going to cross-post this on Jason's channel, which is called
Cinematic Fantastic.
Awesome, yeah. And so it'll be in both places. Subscribe to both and enjoy. So, hang on. I know we already crossed the bridge where I watched this movie before, and forgot that I had watched it. But what part of the movie is this in?
This part is a little bit before or after. I think he discovers some more of the Riddler's history, who he might be.
Okay. So, but it's still in like the investigation phase.
Yeah, investigation
it's not in like
phase.
the whole full fighting stuff yet.
No,
okay.
Investigation phase. He is definitely closing in on who the Riddler might be.
Gotcha.
It's almost like Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, very creepy. Chains around his neck.
Present. Almost our anniversary, isn't it? There's a serial killer. I want your perspective.
He said it's our anniversary.
First anniversary is paper. What makes you think I come so cheap? I thought you'd be curious. You think I could offer this stuff? Don't you? You have pictures. It's violence. It's so baroque. Oh, he likes little puzzles, doesn't he? So meticulous.
There's that drive.
Like he's been planning this his whole life. I know who he is. Oh, is he? He's a nobody. Wants to be somebody. The mayor, the commissioner. Yeah. He's got ambition. You think his motive is political? Oh, no. This is very, very personal. He feels these people have all wronged him. Probably goes way back. On healed wounds, stolen lunch money. Why is he writing to me? Maybe he's a fan of yours?
This is a game.
Or maybe he's got a grudge against you too. Maybe you're the main course. Any theories? Not yet. Really? You're normally so ahead of the curve. But something is different this time.
Usually ahead of the curve. Not
This is very upsetting to you.
Let's get back to him.
Why? You're so much more
I'm
fun.
not here to talk about me.
What are you here to talk about?
I want to know how he thinks.
You know exactly how he thinks. Have you read this file? You two have so much in common. Masked Avengers. So he's even more righteous. Oh, are you afraid he makes you look soft?
You're wasting my time.
I'm not a murderer.
I'll tell you what I really think. think you don't really care about his motives, whether he loves or hates you. I think somewhere deep down, you're just terrified. You're evil, huh? You think they deserved it, huh? You think they deserved it.
Okay. That's interesting. I will say that the thing about the Joker that is so interesting to me is he's so smart that he's dumb. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's like so way too smart that like it boils down to just simple motivations. Like, at the core of everything, which is very interesting to watch, you know, and very like psychological.
He's
you
a
know,
he's
but
a
at the same
manipulator. He's a manipulator. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
manipulates situation. He'll manipulate you. He'll say something to get under your skin. You know, I think he does have some. He's able to kind of break you down, figure out what you are. He is an agent of chaos, just like Heath Ledger put that in The Dark Knight. He is an
Yeah.
agent of chaos, whereas Batman's the agent of order. He's the flip side of that coin, so to speak. But I think with this one, they, instead of it being just, you know, with Heath Ledger, he just had like the scars going on his mouth, and they painted his face white.
Mm-hmm.
With this one, it's like it's almost like that disease or whatever he's got could really eat up somebody's face like that, almost make their mouth look like a grin.
Yeah.
But I honestly think I didn't know what to think about it. I was like, okay,
Yeah, why'd they take it out?
well, I think the reason why they took it out is because it made Batman look like he wasn't ahead of the curve on this. He was, so to speak.
Yeah.
He wasn't like ahead of everybody else on this. He's in his second year, but I think that they wanted to kind of make it also, and they didn't want the Joker to monopolize the movie. It's about the Riddler.
Yeah.
What the Riddler's doing. Also the you know, the mayor and Falcone and all this kind of mafia stuff, the gangsters, and who rules what, who pulls the strings in Gotham City. And I think maybe, I mean, the Joker is probably, if anybody says, okay, who's the Batman villain? It's the Joker.
Yeah.
And so he pulls your attention away. And I think that they chose the Riddler for this because I think that, well, the director said he wanted more of a David Fincher feel, like as in like Seven and Zodiac. Those two movies, I've seen both those multiple times, and I can see the inspirations.
Yeah.
So I think with putting the Joker in there, you're like, okay, how many Jokers have we seen? Like a bunch.
Yeah. I was about to say there's so many different Jokers too, and it just adds a little like a layer of confusion. You already got Edward, you know, as Batman, and you know, so now you're having the Joker. Yeah, it's just it's kind of a distraction.
Yeah.
I probably agree with that. Taking that out was probably smart to do. Smart to do that, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to pull focus away, and it does make Batman look like there's something he's missing. But I think that in the rest of the movie, there is a detective kind of feel to it, and it does kind of pull it away from that. I still think it was a good performance, and if they do something with him later in the future, that's great. But I think that, and there is a Batman Part 2 planned. I think it's supposed to be, it's supposed to come out in 2025 though.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of time before that comes up.
And it'll still be Edward, right? Aren't they doing a Batgirl movie or something?
There was a Batgirl movie, but they axed it because a lot of the people in the back end were just like, no, this is not good. And
Really?
I'm curious to see how bad it was. What was so bad about it? I think a lot of people are saying just put it out there. But DC is so afraid of how people are perceiving it, even more so than Marvel is right now. And they're just they were so on edge that they were like, let's get rid of, Henry Cavill as Superman. I was like, you didn't give him his chance.
What? Yeah. That's crazy.
It is crazy. And honestly, I'm not sure where they're going. They've got James Gunn, who did the Suicide Squad, and he did the Peacemaker show. That was his DC stuff. But his claim to fame was, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. So they're like, well, he did really well with those. Let's you know, and he has a plan. I don't know if I agree with all the plan. There is going to be a Penguin show on HBO Max. It's going to be about his rise to power. You know, kind of in that mafia kind of world, and you get to see Colin Farrell's take on that character. He did such a really good job in this.